I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
All right. Good morning, y'all. It's 6:23 a.m. And it's January 27th, 2026. Right. So I'm gonna start this off. Um, in one of my last live streams, I mentioned a lady who I watch on a regular basis online. She goes by the name of NYTN, and she's one of the content creators that I watch regular when there are a lot of intellectual conversations. There are people like NYTN, her, people like Professor Tim Wilson from Great Britain, JJ McCullen from Canada, uh, to name a few that I watch, who I subscribe and support um, over the years. Since the last 10 years, I noticed something. People, when it comes to social media, people gravitate towards the childish and juvenile nature, the arrested development, rather than the intellectual side of, of what's really going on. And because of the anti-intellectualism that's permeating the internet, no matter it's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, we are seeing the dumbing down, right? We see the dumbing down of society. and it's not just the United States, right? The dumbing down of Western civilization. I see it in Canada. I see it in the United Kingdom, uh, because I venture into those areas, because those are English speaking countries. So I venture in those areas, so I see the same nonsense, uh, and I'm gonna say it's contributing to the downfall of America. It's contributing to the downfall of Western civilization, and it's propping up, our enemies around the world, because we rather, and this is the reason why people like Nigel Farage and Donald Trump is being supported by these surplus males. But I'm gonna talk about that later on. But let me go ahead and take this. It's this unfair use. By the way, this unfair fair use, because I'm going to play some of NYTN's video, which she said that this is her last video, and yeah, I'm gonna play it. Yeah, let me go ahead and share it real quick. No, hold on. Let me put it up. Let me put it up real quick. Let me put it up real quick. I forgot to do that. So, yeah, I forgot to sit here and do that. Yeah. So, this is her video she made. I think this was like 2 weeks ago or so. And so let me go ahead and play it so y'all can understand who she is. Some of y'all might know who she is, but I had a conversation about her in one of my last videos last week about this, and it's painful to see that good content creators are no longer being supported, but these trash slops of live streams about relationships and so forth is being permeated. So anyway, no further ado, here it is.
Just living on edge right now. Like if my phone rings at the number I don't recognize, I'm scared. I'm being pushed out of this space, out of the thing that I love, by men who have decided that a woman talking about this history or race in America needs to be brutally punished and killed for it. Like, I don't care what side you vote for or how you see yourself politically. This is insane. Hi, I'm Daniel.
See, I'm at a point, right? I'm at a point where the time for talking to some of you is over with. And I'm not talking about blocking and deleting, because some of y'all still get away with it. See, I don't think though. I don't think what she. I don't know. I'm not aware, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not aware if she ever ventured about the surplus male, the surplus men, the surplus males of society. Surplus males are men who are single, childless, and over the age of 35, who still who comes online whining, complaining, shame, blame, and explain, joining these online movements like MGTOW and SYSBM and I'm Red Pill and this, that, and the third. Oh, I'm Hebrew Israelite, all of that, right? And you see them in these other, and even some of those people who are white supremacist males as well that do on this, right? They have a history of running people offline, and this is something that needs to be checked. It needs to be something to be checked. Okay. And I wish she hadn't used any music in this, but hey, it's fair use. Let's keep it moving. Let me see who's in the chat room. Right, hold on. Let me show your comments here. Yeah, what's going on, Torch? Flame Torch 777. Yeah, I love her channel. Subscribe to her. She does great content. Yeah, yes, she does. She does great content. Hold on, let me do something real quick. I forgot to change something. Hold on, I forgot to change something real quick. Okay, all right. I have to change something. Something. Anyway, let me get back on where I was at. Okay, it's on the fair use still. Yeah. So yeah. And the thing is, this is what sickens me about these so-called male spaces, or what somebody called these male spaces, me brothers. You know, this is the problem. This is about the fifth person that been ran offline because, you know, hold on. You said Torch Flame 777 said, I think I joined her on Patreon now. Yeah, you know what? I'm considering doing that. I'm considering doing that. Oh my God, man! This bottled water I kept outside. It's about 17 degrees outside. Man, it's frozen. I didn't realize there's still ice up in here. I had it thawed. I thought I had thawed out, but it's still ice up in here. Anyway, where was I at? What's going on, Candy Cane? Going with you. But you know what? You know what? Let me say something. I have a solution to the manosphere and in those so-called men spaces. But I'm gonna talk about that later on. Hopefully, I'll bring somebody on over here who has the same opinion as mine. Who has a similar mindset of mine of dealing with these so-called misogynistic places as well. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Danielle Romero, thank you so much for being with me here on my channel. For the past 3.5 years, we've been talking about American identity and family stories. And I haven't really been sure how to sit down and record this video. I wrote down some notes. Yeah, so my phone is ringing at like 3 a.m. couple days ago. And this like unknown number was calling me over and over again. And this person started like leaving me voicemails and stuff. I don't know how they got my private information. And
see, and this is a problem right here, right? And she's not the first woman that they get personal information. That's why I said, you know, that's why some people do not show their face. Okay, that's why some of us don't show because I've been here long enough to know if you're going to deal with controversial topics, or you're dealing with people who are trash, you need to protect your identity. Don't give them nothing, even though they ask you. You're not a man until you show. No, don't show them anything because they're trying to find whatever, you know. They might find a picture of you and they try to find whatever little information they have to find out who you are. They're trying to find, you know, you send them a little picture, then they will use that recognition program to find out who you are by, you know, see if that picture comes on Facebook or your private Facebook account or your private Twitter account. That's for friends and family only. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
Over the past 6 months, I've had multiple, like a bunch of different men trying to contact me and tell me that they're going to find me, they're going to rape me, they're going to rape me to death, they're going to murder me.
Stop. Hold on. Let's fast forward. I forgot to stop that. I forgot to go around that.
Public on this platform anymore, especially as a woman. So this is my last YouTube video on here. And I'm going to explain to you what's going to happen in my channel and where you'll be able to find me and how that will work. If you're new here and this is your first video, I want to just explain to you what my channel has been so you can understand just how insane the situation is. I'm a historian. I have a degree in history. I have my master's degree in education. I've been doing my family genealogy on my own for 24 years. I've just tried to teach myself so I could understand my family better.
Okay, no, I'm not going to play the entire video because I'm skipping around because I'm respecting her video, you know, because it's unfair because I'm gonna respect her video and such. So I'm not going to play the entire video here. More about her, right? She did her video. She does her channel to find out where her lineage. She want to know where her grandmother was, and I think her grandmother, if you know, was a black woman who was passing for white in the South, and she was trying to find out her, you know, deeper into the lineage and all that, and then, you know, come to find out on some, you know, in some of her videos, she did find out a lot of things that debunk. Yes, I'm gonna say this again. Debunk some of the narratives that you hear in this space, like the whole "we was here before black people was here before the white man" type things. You know, the people who believe that we was here, we taught the white man English, or she actually debunked a lot of things that's, you know, that Hebrew Israelites would be saying, because she actually do research, and people who do research are being ignored not ignored for the expediency of entertainment. And now we have a group of people, podcasters, who invite presidential candidates on their panels, Donald Trump specifically and JD Vance specifically, and spew their nonsense to them in order to shut down women. You know, but anyway, let me keep it moving.
And I'm so passionate about it. I'm so passionate about you finding your family. And so what I do on this channel as a historian, I love primary sources. I love documents. So we look at real census records. We look at birth certificates. We look at just all kinds of stuff. We go to the National Archives together a lot on here. I want to show people how your ancestors were classified, how the classifications changed, how our families navigated.
Right. Her channel debunk a lot of the narratives that you see or hear on these panels. These nonsense narratives that are not historically true. That's not even accurate. Feelings, you know, you always hear people talk about facts over feelings, but then they keep on saying ridiculous things. No, if you're going to talk facts, you got to do things by research. Research matters. Not your insults, not your ill-mannered demeanor. Facts matter. Research matters, not your opinion. You know, y'all always want to. You got people around here trying to say, well, you got that from the white man. You got these albos and Hebrew Israelites talking about you got that from the white man. You got this from this. You got this from that. Oh, it's a woman. I ain't listen to what no woman's got to say. Oh, well, we got this so-called mixed breed black woman. She ain't no better than the model black woman. You hear all that foolishness. You see this online. The culture going to change. Right. Morning, Queen Sunkiss, Lana, Candy Cane Lana. Yeah. Let me just keep it moving.
Country where the rules kept changing on who you were seen as and what that meant. Like that's my whole channel. We are looking at old papers and documents and pictures, and I want you to find your family. I want you to find your family story. And some of you have been with me since the beginning, 3.5 years ago. You've sent me your own family stories. You found ancestors. You've started to understand who you are, where you come from, why your grandma wouldn't talk about certain things. And that is the work that I love. I'm so passionate about it. But apparently some men have decided that a woman doing this work needs to be severely punished for it, actually killed for it.
Now, some people said this is Queen. You know exactly what I mean by the term culture. The culture of this space needs to change. American culture needs to change too. Do not get mixed up with the whole culture. I'm talking about race. I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about a culture. I need to identify what is the culture I'm talking about. The culture of this space, how some people say things and they get away with it. Now, there is a way to change it. But I'm going to speak that in private. I'm going to talk about that in private with a select few. Anyway.
Brutally killed for it. I want to talk with you a little bit about these issues because it didn't start with death threats. Like I said, for the past 6 months in particular, the comments have gotten really bad. And so I was getting...
Let me say this. Say this. Now, some people say, now she doesn't identify who or which race of men saying it. And that's not really it doesn't matter to me whose race it is. The point is it's the culture that it's okay for a group of men, and these men are surplus men, right? We got surplus men running amok who make the internet because the internet gives them a tool, gives them the way to do things that they cannot do outside of the internet. They can get to harass people without the law get involved, or well, some man, or well, some woman's brother, husband, father, or male friend, or whoever she's whatever man she's close to, protecting her, get involved in being a resistance to whoever this other men are. That's what the internet did, is shield them from being let's just say checked.
a lot of slurs and stuff. And I thought about just like dropping because of that. And I ended up having my friend Jason jump on as a moderator to kind of like take that burden off of me. And it was really awesome. But at some point, it stopped being just like random weird comments and it started getting really specific. I was getting really specific messages. Like I said, people calling me, multiple different random men finding my number, leaving me voicemails, harassing me.
See, and this is similar to what Obsidian did to Chrissy. This is similar to what Obsidian did to Sophie Nelson and what he did to Feminista Jones and what Obsidian did to what's the other woman's name for the For Heritage channel. But yet he still gets massive support in this space. It's the culture that needs to change.
And darker comments about people threatening to murder me and like rape me to death. And now I'm sure
you know what I wish you know what I don't want that R word to be said. Let me just try to skim over here.
What I had wanted to do was like, slowly migrate over the Patreon and stuff. But it looks like I'm just gonna have to do that right now 100% because this has just gotten really out of control. And I mean, this is not a business decision either. It's not like, oh, this is a great business decision. I am being pushed out of this space, out of my, I feel like my calling, the thing that I love, by men who have decided that a woman talking about this history or race in America needs to be brutally punished and killed for it. Like, I don't care what side you vote for or how you.
No. It does matter whose side you vote for. It matters. If you vote for Trump, I'm blaming you. I see you as the enemy because you engendered the white supremacists, you engendered the manosphere, you engendered the dregs of society, because they believe it's prime time to do whatever they want to do to other people because so the person's either black or the person is either Hispanic or the person is either female. So yeah, I'll blame y'all for that.
You see yourself politically. This is insane. And if you watch my content, like I have never said a negative thing about any group ever. That's not my perspective. That's not the way I teach. But this is like a terrifying, brave new world, right? And the other thing is I don't think I can have my content just on YouTube anymore either. I get comments on old videos too that's out there. So I have to figure this out. But I think what I'm going to do is set all of my videos to members only and make the tier like $1 a month. So, and I'm sorry if you're not able to access stuff behind the paywall, but I hope you can understand that it's for me to protect you so that my stuff isn't public, and I can have some control over who's interacting with the content.
Yeah. So, let me go ahead and, I know somebody gonna say I'm cheap. I know somebody say I'm cheap. Let me say this. Straight up. Let me rant for a minute because I know somebody say, Big J, you should have bought premium. I refuse to pay YouTube anything until they correct or stop demonetizing me. Okay? I want YouTube. If YouTube really want me to buy that premium, then YouTube need to check those. Let me try to keep it clean. Check them Negroes over there. I'm gonna use the word Super Slide says. Check them Negroes down that street over there. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, it just sucks. I want to tell you something I realized last night too. So my great grandma Lola.
Okay, so yeah, she about to talk about her grandparents and how she passed for white, and all that, right? I'm not going. So yeah. So the link to her channels in the description box. So yeah. But let me just go ahead and say this, right? Let me talk about the surplus male. And I'm gonna start doing more videos on the surplus male. Oh, by the way, somebody sent me a video about the passport bros. Oh my God. Somebody else got caught in the Philippines. You know I'm about to go off on that. So I might have to do a special live stream on the passport bros and in the Philippines who got caught. Two of y'all got caught in the Philippines messing with a 14-year-old. But anyway, yeah, that's fresh off the presses. But let's talk about the surplus male and how and why the surplus male. Oh, and let me say something. What she said in the video, what she said in the video, I've been saying. She's blaming YouTube for this. She actually blamed YouTube for allowing this to occur. And I do, and that's why I want Google. That's why I want the government to break up, to break up to 1,000 different pieces. Now let's talk about these surplus males. Now I make up the term surplus male. The surplus male came and we in the West have adopted the term the surplus male. Surplus male does, let me put it like this, because of Chinese culture and how female babies are valued less than their male counterpart, there has been numerous child, let me put it like this, procedures being done, there are procedures being done where girls are not being born, yet there's boys being born. I'm gonna put it like that because how it's, and then the Chinese created the one child policy post Cultural Revolution under Mao, and thus till this day we having a surplus of more. There's about five. I want to say the average of 5 men to 1 woman. And because of that, the results are men fighting over women because men are trying to create families, and men trying to create families, and he's not getting, because creating a family is wealth. In Eastern society, family is wealth. So if a man can't create a family, therefore he's a nobody. That's why crime is rampant in China. Even the Chinese historian who has a YouTube channel, even he talks about it, right? That's why he's in Canada and not in China. That's part of the reason why he's in Canada and not here in not here in the People's Republic of China. So anyway, but here in the Western world, we too have a surplus male problem. But it's a policy of that was created by happenstance. Now everybody wants to blame feminism, the big boogeyman that is feminism. People want to blame this, that, and third, but nobody don't want to blame what is really really the problem, because research matters. People don't want to blame what, everybody want to blame feminism, the Moynihan report, the government policy of kicking the man out the household, or to get so that these women can get their welfare check. All that nonsense, right? That's not really what's going on in American society. And all it does is take a little bit of research, to understand what's really going on. You having a money supply issue coupled with unemployment and the decrease in the education. And because of men not being educated, boys not being educated because of Ritalin and Prozac being fed to 6-year-olds, kindergartens and first graders. You got coupled with that, and they want to know why men are not have the mental capacity to get married when they are of age. And how, if you read books by Susan Hall Summers, The War on Boys, even Umar Johnson, who I despise, who I incredibly despise, even he was right about this. Even I forgot the author's name, who wrote that book called Man Not. Everybody, even Scott Galloway, even talked about it. But everybody's ignoring what's really going on. Everybody want to talk about red pill and feminism rather than talking about what's really is going on. We're talking about there is an educational policy that's ruining 5- and 6-year-olds, boys, and nobody don't want to identify, because once you destroy the mind of a 5-year-old, of a child, you are going to destroy the nation. And that's what we're having. We live in a country where boys, men, grown men, 40-year-old men read at a 6th grade level. 40-year-old men. And these 40-year-old men are now on YouTube calling themselves red pill because they couldn't find because we're taught you're not a man until you get this. You're not a man to this. And then though a lot of us don't have the mental capability because we've been fed with Ritalin, we've been fed with Prozac when you're kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, in elementary school. Now though, see, thank you. Finally, some people finally realizing what I'm on. Now all of a sudden we all see it. Now this is the reason why we are American men, Canadian men, men in Great Britain, men in Australia, the English-speaking, French-speaking world. We have a surplus men in our societies in the West, and a lot of them, these surplus males, supported Donald Trump. That's why a lot of these surplus males have joined ICE. None of the people who joined ICE, I say most, all of them, but a huge portion of those people in ICE couldn't even pass a military exam, an exam to join the military. But yet it took them 47 days of training. They couldn't even get into law enforcement, to the police academy. Police academy takes you 3 months. depending on which city and what state. It's more than 47 days. See, I too read history. Surplus males is a problem. The French Revolution is a prime example. Go back to the 1700s. French Revolution. A bunch of surplus males. Because the French government did not treat the men right, the ground level men right. They couldn't create families in France. And when they fought the Revolutionary War here in the United States against the British, they wasn't getting paid. And then you got the famine, the famine of France during the 1770s, not 1870, the 1770s, that helped engender King Louis getting guillotined. Same way the Spanish Civil War. Surplus males. Here we go again. The wars that Spain fought. Spain lost a lot of territory. They lost Cuba. They lost Puerto Rico. They lost the Philippines. They lost all their Latin American colonies, and the men could not be fed. So thus, Civil War has started in 1936. I mean, it led up to the Spanish Civil War. Here we are here in the United States, possibly about to witness a second Civil War. Because you got these lame idiots online supporting a tyrannical government, a tyrannical person in Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Because they want to try to prove their manhood on the world stage because they couldn't prove their manhood in life. So they use social media to do X, Y, and Z. Now I'm gonna do a video on the surplus male. I'm not making this word up. I'm not blaming the government. No, the government does have responsibility for it. The government has responsibility for it. Destroying the Department of Education. Dumbing down the people down. It's not just, you can't just say it's not the government. The government is also the fault of this too. I blame everybody for it. Not just the government, but Donald Trump is part of the blame for this. They fed him. He obliged them. And now that we have to deal with the consequences because some people can't get laid. We gotta deal with the consequences of somebody getting online talking about magnetic betters. Trying to seek, instead of going to a psychologist, they want to get on a YouTube channel and harass people online. Queen, both can be true at the same time, Queen. Both can be true. No, Donald Trump, the person, right? Donald Trump is the end result. He's not the beginner of this. Like I said, this been going on very too long. Donald Trump is the symbol of what's going on, right? He's the symbol. He's the one. He's what they all dream about. But let's not make no mistake. This happened before Trump. Do you understand? Trump is the tool for the surplus male, or the hero of the surplus male. So it's both the government and the parents. So, and I'm gonna say something too. You can't blame the parents, because I'm gonna tell you why. You can't blame the parents, because some of these men are 30, 40 years old now. That's why that you know. And shout out to Ty City. Shout out to Ty City when he says Grandpa sold his country out. Grandpa sold his country out. Grandpa used conquered everybody, and then nobody was getting his grandchildren, especially his grandsons. No, I'm not saying bullshit, because I studied the economics. Go from 1945 up till 2025. You'll sit here and see that Grandpa sold his country out. Look at every government policy then, and see how they try to dictate the people. The gold shock of 1971. Grandpa sold this country out. The drug war that Ronald Reagan started. Grandpa sold this country out. The education policies when Ronald Reagan tried to end the Department of Education, Grandpa sold this country out. The reason why we had these school shootings is because Ronald Reagan and conservatives ended mental health institutions. Grandpa sold this country out. The war on terror. Grandpa sold this country out. We went to Afghanistan and Iraq and did not win these wars. Yes. And us millennials couldn't even buy a home because you messed up the banking institutions up. Grandpa sold this country out. No, Queen, I'm right because I research. I'm gonna keep on saying I'm going by my research. I don't go by the I'm this is where my research takes me. I'm sticking to my research. My grandpa was black. Grandpa sold his country out. And his grandsons are getting in the way, though. His grandsons are now rabid dogs. They're wearing those red caps on, acting like rabid dogs, wearing those stupid red caps, saying, "Make America great again." My research ain't biased. The gold shock of 1971 is not a biased research, because yes, the gold shock of 1971 actually kicked men out the household, not welfare. And that's why today I have a major regret. I'm watching that debate and I have a major regret. And let me say something to Stanley, who's in the chat room. Stanley, that was embarrassing when Queen Sun Kids was doing that debate. That was embarrassing. I'm going to call it for what it is. You know, I can understand if you was on a Manosphere channel, if you want on them nigga channels where they just say where they spew nonsense, but that was embarrassing. If that was James Kills, I can understand that why you would do that. I can understand that if that was uh you know Dollar, what's his name? I understand if that was Bomb's Cherry's channel, you would do that. Or Sharon's channel, you would do that. But do that on Queen Sunkist's channel, and she try to cover a debate. See, do that to the right people. Don't do that on Queen Sun. When people are doing I'm calling out for what it is, because I really was ashamed. I really was ashamed by that, Stanley. Do that on them whole niggas channels who actually deserved to have their channels to be interrupted and you know, some of us are trying to go to a certain place. Yes, I am on my high horse. There's certain people I won't do that to. There's certain channels I will not act a whole ass on. Because some people are trying to go to a certain place, you know, they're trying to jettison themselves to another area, let them go to another place. Instead of slumming down here with the low class. Yes, I'm on my high horse. I don't give a damn. This ain't the Chat Mafia channel. This ain't Reg the Bad Guys channel. This ain't Bomb's Cherry channel. This ain't DJ Witch Doctor's channel. This ain't Sharon's channel. So somebody actually doing a review on a debate, and she gave Queen the idea. I told Queen, hey, they're about to have a debate, so you can make some content on. Because one of us going to have to leave this space. Some of us are trying to leave this space, go to another place, because you got this woman who got ran off of YouTube. JJ McDonald ain't making many videos anymore. Professor Tim Wilson, he still makes videos, but he's British. Nobody watching him. He makes good content. Nobody ain't watching his channel. The G Block channel. Nobody watching G Block. He's not getting any support either. There's always the gender war channels. These Tyler Perry, the black man, black woman channels. No. Hold on. The surplus male is an incel, male who should have been sent off to fight some war in a foreign. But listen, New Mercedes, listen. That is the definition. Those men was not sent off to fight. Usually a government will send those men off to fight in wars, because they knew most governments, the reason why there've been a lot of wars, because there's too many men who's been left behind. Oh, the Mariner. Okay. Mariner. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It is not just incels. MGTOW, SYSBM, Passport Bros, the Manosphere in general. They are surplus male. So back in history, anytime when the government realized they have a surplus male population, they create wars. Instead of educating the men, and do what whatever to ease down the temperature, they create wars and revolutions. See, that's why some of you are so mad at me, because I'm telling y'all the truth. Y'all mad at me because I'm telling the truth, and you can't sit there and disprove what I'm saying. History is a guide. Okay, okay, I know who you are now. 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 I had to. I had to. Okay, okay, Queen. Okay, Queen said French did help America get its in. You're right. The thing is, though, Queen, those men came back, right? The men came back, and then what? Then what happened? They wasn't getting paid. Their farms was there was a freeze that their wheat and corn was being depleted. The wheat and corn was being destroyed. The crops were being destroyed back home, and it wasn't being compensated. A lot of them wasn't getting married. A lot of them couldn't even maintain a the Roman Catholic, because it's a Roman Catholic society where if you don't get married by a certain age, you are either cum si cum sa. You're either a loser or you're gay. Now though you seeing the problem. Now I hope you seeing everybody have to be at the bottom. Now social media has made it to a point where these men, these personalities rather, gets away with it. Anton, it took 4 years. Actually, it took 5 years for Anton to get caught up on. I'm waiting for the downfall of Angry Man. That's who I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Angry Man and BGS to go. That's all I'm waiting for, because they're being protected by the algorithm of YouTube, not just their fan base. They keep protecting them. The YouTube algorithm protect them too. Oh yes, a famine is coming though. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. I hate BGS. I hate BGS. I hate Anger Man. I ain't watched him in like 11, 12 years. And I'm gonna say that. I mean, you know who I hate more than BGS? His fan base, that cult he got. Oh, black women are their problems. Black women are their okay. I'm gonna sit here and say this: if black women, if all y'all make figures, right? Because all you got that Negro named Leslie Porter over on who's a supporter of BGS. He always talking about I make six figures. Okay, if you make all this amount of money, how come you and all them other Negroes in that chat room? How come y'all not creating anything? How come y'all not donating, creating a an escrow account to create something to help black men out? If y'all making all these figures and everything. But you know what? I'm gonna say something about the surplus man. You know what? You know who I blame this on? Mr. Research. I blame this on him. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I blame Mr. Research. Now, Mr. Research got mad at 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 the manosphere. He got mad at the manosphere for the same reason I'm angry at them now. I told him, you first of all, you can't create anything out of hate. That's one. Number two, if people are telling you that it's not going to work, that O'Shea and Angerman are not going to benefit black, not going to be benefit to black men, why are you supporting them? Now, Mrs. Research that O'Shea was going to get all the black men together and we're going to create a political movement back in 2014. We was all supposed to do X, Y, and Z. It didn't happen. Mr. Research. Because I told you back then, Mr. Research, that O'Shea was not going to do that. That Angerman was not going to do that. Now, 10 years later, I'm proven right. And I've been right. But nobody's going to give me flowers. I told y'all if y'all will stop worrying about what these women are doing and build yourself up, you would be worried about what these women are saying. They would have been silenced by Cynthia G would have been silenced already if you've been on your business. That heifer wouldn't be doing all that bullshit. She would have shut the fuck up already. If y'all stop giving her attention, y'all keep giving her attention. That's why I despise y'all. I don't care about, oh, she says about aborting black male babies. You shouldn't be worrying about that. If you have a political movement for black men, she wouldn't have anything to say. She wouldn't be making any money off of you. That's why I despise y'all. Y'all give her ammunition. Every time you open your mouth, you give her ammunition. That's why I have a serious despisement, a serious hatred. And one of you Negroes, I told you where I was at. Did I tell you I was on highway? I was on I-10 and Highway 36. I told you Negroes where I was at that one day. And you Negroes said, oh man, I don't want to meet you, Big J. Damn right. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. because I'm not here for peace. I'm not here to talk to y'all and try to talk. No, I'm not here for conversation with you Negroes. You got to go. And you women, you might want to shut the fuck up too. I don't want to hear nothing how awful black men are, and y'all sit there and laid up with these sorry dust mites that y'all complain about. I don't want to hear either. I'm like what MOT said. Shout out to MOT. Y'all don't deserve. Fill in the blank. I'm not going to cuss. Just fill in the blank. Because I'm still angry about this. People getting away with it, and now everybody want to claim Anton. Well, like y'all should have stopped Anton a long time ago. But y'all didn't care long as he trashing a black woman. Y'all didn't care until he buck up to one of your own. Then it's a problem. Now since Anton assaulted one of you, then it's a problem. So, and let me tell you blue pill simps. You want to call me red pill. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now. Let me defend. Oh, I'm watching this icicle melt. It's about time, man. That icicle is melting. It's about 17 degrees outside. And it's cold as hell too. And thank God the sun is coming up. I am the belligerent farmer. I'm not a farmer. I'm a rancher. But anyway, I only ranch as a hobby. It's a hobby. It's a hobby for me, though. I'm going to defend. Speaking about the blue pill simp, right? Oh, you still have ice? So, where was I at? I was about to say something. It's 17 degrees down here. It's 17 degrees down here. And this is South Texas. Okay? It's 17 degrees out here. I feel sorry for y'all up there in Dallas. I feel sorry for y'all up there in Dallas, man. I don't know how y'all making it. I don't know how y'all making it up in Dallas, man. Y'all, it was like the last time I checked, what y'all got, like 5 degrees, something like that. Hold on, he said it's 22 here in Dallas. It's going up to 40. Yeah. It's forecast to go up to 60. No, I'm sorry, not 60. 50, 55 degrees. The forecast go up to 55 over here where I'm at. So So anyway, I forgot to say something. Oh, let me defend. I'm gonna say a little something in defense of um Bronzeberg, right? I'm gonna say something real quick, and it's not to make slight, but I'm not gonna call him Little Red Pill because there's a blue pill nigga who keep attacking and accusing me and Bronzeberg of being red pill. That's why I said, please don't call that nigga. Please don't call Bronzeberg red pill because that's what the old nigga want. That's why that started a whole beef about 2-3 years ago. And let me say something too. That nigga is part of a hate group too. That old nigga is part of a hate group. The women's version of the black manosphere. Alfalfa is mostly for nobody. You don't feed no cows no alfalfa. Alfalfa is X-lax for livestock. You know that's if you got an animal that is constipated or something. You feed them alfalfa. That's a laxative. Like sometimes we do grow grass for hay. We do cut hay. All right, we do cut hay. You know, we cut grass for hay and you know and use it. You know, we corner. Well, I don't do it because I don't have that much. You know, but you know, a lot like we used to make our own hay and do all that. I'm behind the video trying to catch up, but most people making six figures are not in controversial space, searching themselves with BJS type rhetoric. It's too right. It's insane to sit there and say, "Yeah, man, my supporters make six figures." Really? Does Chaos Reign make six figures? Does AB Media 83, does he make six figures? Does Leslie Porter make six figures? Does Alchemist Male, does he make six figures? BGS? If y'all was making all these six figures, y'all would have had a political movement up and running. Bingo. If you ain't Mr. Beach, you ain't making jack. Right. Six figures, but got hours to jump on panels. Right. How are you going to have all these? Oh man, I made six figures. Okay, show me what you do. Pure butterfly is around. She's still here. Well, wait a minute, nigga. Y'all tell other people what to do. Y'all tell women what to do. So why can't I tell y'all what to do? Y'all be going. I remember the time when when I talked to y'all inside the back chat. I said I try to talk to y'all in a civil way in the back chats 5, 6 years ago. Y'all treated me like shit. So now I know I'm gonna say this again. I'm a very vengeful man. You better treat me right the first time. One insult, we at war. One little inkling of disrespect, we at war. That's why me B just got into it, because I told him, listen, since Chris and Carazon left YouTube back in 2016, let's start, and since we got these problems, let's get together as black men to solve our problems. Since you know, and I ain't say it like this. Since you got expertise and everything else, let's put our minds together. But no, fuck you, nigga. That's why I want the whole goddamn thing destroyed. I see what this is about. This is not about helping black men or helping men in general. No, the red pill community is about subjugating women. Now I can understand if this was just retaliation against Cynthia G, or retaliation against what's her name, Maya, or retaliation against Crystal Swirls and Sabrina Madness. I can understand if this was against Miss Archduchess back in the day. Retaliation against those women from the BWE. I can understand that. But when y'all start attacking every woman that y'all see, then I know this is about subjugating women as a whole, not individuals. I'm sorry. I let it slip. I'm sorry. I let it slip. Really, you might want to talk to Mike V, Nomadic Mariner. You might want to talk to Nomadic Mariner. That Mike V might pop up in the chat room any second. You know, or even MOT. Right. Gen Z, where's your move? What legislative laws has your movement passed and advocated? That's like the time when B just said we're past that fraternity fraud law in Tennessee. Okay, who wrote the law? Who sponsored the bill? What color was the man? Was it male or female? And then though we hear him and the people in the chat room saying us and we did this, we did that, us. Okay, name the man, name the person who passed that bill. You couldn't name the name. No, it doesn't matter who did name. They watch our YouTube channel, they watch our social media, so therefore we influence. Shut up. If you can't name the name of the man in Tennessee, if you can't name the man in Georgia, Obsidian, if you can't name the man in North Carolina, Angry Man, if y'all can't name y'all state reps, y'all state senators who pass these laws. Stanley, I'll fire. Oh my God, man, you. You know, this tells me all this is about is subjugating one half of the population because they told you no. Let me tell you something. I've been told no plenty of times. But you ain't seen me trying to subjugate women. Women denied me a lot of shit, yet you ain't seen me trying to tell women to go to hell. You ain't see me telling Lana Love to go to hell. You ain't telling Sun Kiss to go to hell. You ain't telling me you ain't hearing me telling Pure Butterfly to go to hell. You ain't telling me saying that some of these other women to go to hell. You ain't telling Candy Cane to go to hell either. Because some woman in 1997 told me no for prom. Because I didn't get the boyfriend experience in high school. Because nobody sent me a Valentine card or a Valentine kiss in high school. So I'm supposed to sit there and kick. I'm supposed to sit there and be mad at women because of what happened to me in high school. What I didn't get in high school. No, you Negroes are sick. And that's why I want y'all to be eradicated. Yeah, I said it. I want y'all to be eradicated. Because y'all, in fact, I'm gonna tell you this, you really are getting in the way. You're in the way. You're getting in the way what should be done. You don't know, nigga. Let me tell you something. You don't even know. You don't even know they can allow 25. You don't know. The only thing you're gonna know is the end result. Because one of these days, somebody gonna ask Obsidian at a congressional hearing, "Hey, Obsidian, tell me about you. Are you a hate group, Obsidian? And if not, explain your harassment of Sophie A. Nelson and Chrissy and Chris and Carazine's daughter." Don't think though that might happen. Don't think though that's not going to happen. Because I'll make sure that shit happens. Why you think exactly, Nomadic Mariner? Why you think I do them interviews for? Because I have been mentioning y'all. I have been mentioning the manosphere. I said, listen, what y'all gonna do with them? I ain't just saying it because no, I have a yes. Call it a personal grudge. Yes, I have a personal grudge. And one of you Negroes told my girlfriend at the time. Y'all told my ex-girlfriend at the time when she was here, when she was on YouTube, you said you was going to knock her ass out. Oh, let me show you the person who said it, though. Let me show you the person who said it. The person who said he's willing to put my hands on my woman at the time. Let's play him for a minute.
Hey, what's going on, old man? Long time, bro.
Long time no hear. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Right, him. That nigga told my girlfriend at the time he put hands on her ass. See, yes, it's personal for me. Too bad I'm not in Illinois where his ass is at. Now, I hope you understand why I have a searing a hatred. Because it's not just a political issue, it's a personal one too. It's both political and personal. And I see you niggas as, and any nigga who support that nigga, I see you as the enemy. A personal enemy as that. I don't know who his PJ is. No, he's I don't know. Don't care. I don't care what. I hope, man, he's burning in hell. For as I'm concerned, I hope he's burning in hell. But yeah, I know I shouldn't went. I know I shouldn't went off on a personal rant. You know, I shouldn't went off on a rant. You know, that kind of ruined this live stream. I went into this rant. I almost went dark, and I want to thank God, right? I want to thank God for not me going dark, because I was about to go dark in a minute. I was about to go dark, but I'm glad though I had the wisdom that God given me, and to not go super dark. But yeah, for me, it's both personal and political. Now, I want to ask this: do y'all want a political defeat, or you want a personal defeat? That's why I told one nigga, listen, I'm on highway, I'm on I-10 and 36. I told you. Because the thing is, I see you Negroes as a threat. Not just a threat to me. I see you as a threat to any woman who comes get close to you. Even to the women who goes on my channel, I see y'all as a threat. I really do. I seriously see y'all as a threat. Because I see you surrounding Obsidian and Tommy, and Tommy's Obsidian and Angry had done all this heinous shit, and y'all still standing around them. Yes. I see you as a threat. And let me sit here and speaking about threats, let me say this to you women. Now, I already addressed the men. Let me address you BWE women. I'm gonna make sure y'all get it too, because don't make me open the archives when one of you women in the BWE says, "Oh, I'm a nurse at blank. I'm a nurse in Dallas, and I want black men to die." See, if I was, when y'all said that bullshit 7 years ago, I should have went ahead and reported that shit, but I didn't. I blame myself for that. I blame myself for that, for not reporting reporting two of you heifers who's having this conversation among yourselves at 1 o'clock in the morning, talking about how how y'all want black men dead, and then y'all and then the next minute y'all said though y'all were nurses and social workers and shit like this. Y'all said y'all work in the medical industry. Some of y'all be up on Clubhouse saying that shit, and then y'all acting innocent on YouTube. Some of us see y'all on Clubhouse. Y'all talk one way on Clubhouse, and then y'all act like a victim on YouTube. I see y'all. V-Dub sees y'all. We all see you. And then y'all go to these men, the older Negroes, trying to be, old black man, can you help me? Yeah, that's why I said 7 years ago, no mag, man, years ago. Because see, some of us remember that bullshit on Clubhouse. Some of us remember the bullshit on Clubhouse. No, because it's not just me. We got the archives. So don't press my gangster on that shit. Well, no Mariner. About 7 months ago, you had women went to a white supremacist clubhouse. I forgot to call room, and asking white men, why won't white men delete black men? Now, them same women that was on that clubhouse, I see them on YouTube on certain panels. But you can't say nothing to those women because they up in these men's panels and these men on that blue pill shit. So you can't really say anything to them. No, exterminate. Yeah. The women said, I want you white men to exterminate black men. Right, George. Let's go right back. Let's go back to the black manosphere. Right, let's go back to them. Right, B just didn't pass anything. He wasn't behind anything. It's like you wearing a sports team jersey and you trying to take credit for them when they win the championship. Right. They can't even name or know the state reps, and guess what? The state reps don't even know them. And you know what, George? Let me tell you what I did, George. I got on the phone, George, and I called the state rep. I got on the phone and I called the state rep. I emailed the state rep. I contacted the state rep. See again, BGS, how come you didn't name the names, BGS? About fraternity fraud. And talking about these 30% of men. Ain't no 30% of men. That came from a British science, a British sociologist who visit a Australian town, a small Australian town. It has nothing to do with black people. It had nothing to do with America either, and that was in 1972. And y'all took that 30% and tried to talk about black women are doing all this. That's not the numbers. Black. That's not the number. That's more like 5%. On the high end, that's 5%, but that ain't no 30%. Because you keep saying one third. I get tired of y'all taking take and research, and then y'all try to make it as if black women doing all this. Black women ain't doing all that. No 30% of child support, fraternity fraud shit. Oh, I'm sorry, I cussed again. I mean, damn it, I cuss again. My God, man. I'm trying not to cuss on this live stream. You're right. These guys probably get teary-eyed. Listen to that part on Rudolph and Reindeer song where he's not allowed in any reindeer games, and it strikes too close to oof. You know, so, and I'm gonna say this to Queen, and I'm gonna leave a hint. I'm gonna leave a hint, right? God might close some doors, but he sure opened up a window. And I see an opportunity. But you know what? I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. I see an opportunity just sitting right there. I said, you know what? If once it's ice melt off the road, I'm going to get it. That's all I'm gonna do, man. But yeah, but anyway. Um But anyway, yeah. If they're not gonna see, y'all gotta start asking questions like, how is this bid benefiting you? The questions that need to be asked to the anger mans, the BGSs, how is this bid benefiting you? And I'm talking about the people who's inside this cult, anger man's cult or BGS's cult. How is any of this benefiting any of you? Don't worry about thinking out loud. Don't worry about it, because I don't give my potential enemies information. I don't give my enemies information. Because the thing is, in this space, I am surrounded by people who I consider enemies. Whether you red pill or you on that blue pill. The red pill, I got a problem with y'all because who you are, y'all's manosphere and y'all, MGTOW, y'all's this, that, and third. Yeah. You blue pill, y'all support those evil BWE women over there. That's why I that's why I hate the BWE, because the BWE had done a lot of evil shit, and that needs to be come out of the dark, come out into the light too. So anyway, I shouldn't rant. I apologize that I shouldn't rant. I don't know if I want to edit this whole entire rant out, because it kind of diluted the purpose of this live stream. because I allowed my personal hatred to trickle into the social problem of, oh, you know what else needs to happen? I know. I gotta say it. There needs to be a law. Okay. Then, you know, I'm gonna tell you how to fix all this. I know. It's good. Sometimes it's good to rant. You know, but you know what also needs to happen, George? Now, some of you who are in Dallas, I remember Ty City even he mentioned this the other day, right? Shout out to Ty City. And I was telling Ty, do you know I see them Hebrew Israelites in Austin? And then there was a lady, Tanya. Tanya lives in Dallas. Tanya said, them niggas are up there in Dallas too, yelling at me on street corners. And they actually followed me to my car, and my boss stopped them from following me to my car, to her car, right? You know what? If y'all really want to support, if y'all really want, let me tell you, there needs to be a law about you Hebrew Israelites. Yes. Yelling at women on street corners, following women, going on these storefronts, harassing people and everything. You know what? You know what? You better thank God I'm not governor of Texas. The first thing I do as governor of Texas is this: you got 72 hours to get a job. If I was mayor of Dallas or mayor of Austin, I'll tell you Negroes, you got 72 hours to get a job. And if I see you on the street corner in the middle of the day yelling at you know, motorists and yelling at people on sidewalks and street corners, you better get a job, because I'm locking your asses up. I'm gonna consider that harassment. I'm gonna consider that as harassment. And if you talk about on that woman's clothes, I'm gonna consider that sexual harassment. And I'll send your ass to Bird Unit, a big notorious prison in Texas. Yes, I would. I don't give a fuck. You making black men, you are an embarrassment doing that shit. Oops, I'm sorry. I cussed again. That's about what, the fourth time. That's about the fourth time I cussed. I'm sorry. You coming there, you yelling at women all day, and everybody supposed to be at work. Why? How come you ain't get no job? No, you get your ass up out of there and go get your job. No, Ty City was talking about the other a few months ago about it, because we see them. I be saying, oh my, here we go. I remember one time I went to Austin. I said, oh my God, they're down here. Oh my God, wearing those go Power Ranger outfits, those ninja outfits. No, you ain't staying on the street corner yelling and screaming. No, get a job. You got 72 hours. You are turning in your job application. You better sit there and you better be doing some work somewhere. And how can you talk about that Bible when it says in the Old Testament, a man who don't work, don't eat. A man who don't work should not eat. That's what I would be saying to him. How come you ain't? How come you ain't? How come you ain't at work? And yet niggas, you fat as hell. A man who don't work shouldn't be eating. That's in the Old Testament. Oh, it's a good thing you and VW handled the archives. No, VW got the. See, let's talk about the archives. VW got most of the archives. I only got a select few. See, I wasn't saving videos like that. I wasn't saving videos like that, and I should. And I only saved videos that I thought it was important to my immediate issues. But I should back then. I should have been saving everybody's videos. I should have downloaded everybody's videos and put it in a disk drive. You know, what's so dangerous that these women think these men are their friends and they're placing other women and think, right. You know, but I meant to do a live stream about Brazil, and I'm gonna wait till this weather pass. But then again, it's getting cold again in the weekend. Another winter storm is coming for the weekend. So I'm going to stock up again because I don't want to be snowed in because I don't. They're saying the next freeze is going to be worse than this one. But who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? But I'm trying to get prepared for the next snowstorm. Not snowstorm, but ice storm, freezing storm, whatever it's called now. But it's finally, the sun is finally up. Yay! The sun is finally up. It's melting. Good. Start, melt all that. You know what, man? I almost got hit in the head with a big ass here I cussed again, y'all. But that's about what number 7. A big old icicle hit me in the top of my head. Bam! Like, damn, that was a pointy ass motherfucker too. Oop, see, that's not number 8, y'all. That's number 8. So I'm trying not to cuss, you know. But anyway, I said enough, y'all. I'm gonna talk about the passport bros. And in the Philippines, 2 more of y'all got caught in the Philippines. They're not playing around with y'all. I gotta do video on that. A live stream on that. Hopefully, you know what? I might just do one big live stream to talk about the Floyd and Jay Rillo, and then mixing in with what's going on. You know, add that to the going on the Philippines one. Yeah, I got to kill 2 birds with one stone. I might as well do that. So I might have to push that one back. So I might do that Thursday or Friday, assuming if things go well. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna get ready for that live stream. So like, share, subscribe. If y'all want to donate, y'all can. Donation is appreciated. Okay, donations are appreciated. So yeah, Okay, Negro. Why you? Hold on. Let me stop you. Then why are you here? Why are you here then? If you think what I'm saying is stupid and dumb, why are you here? I'll wait. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get off. So yeah, so I'm done with this rant. And I know this live stream is not gonna be monetized because I cussed about 7 times. I know that green dollar bill is going to turn yellow, if not black. So let me get off of here because I don't want to make this live stream any worse. So y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all next time. And I'm out. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.